Okay, so let me start off by saying that I'm a Nugu stan. And I'm not a typical Nugu stan that knows underrated groups like Cherry Bullet, Very Very Gugudan, Golden Child, Weki Meki, Vav, Dreamnote, Gravity, Nature, AB6 Saturday, Ace, GWSN, to 1BV Ended, Omega X etc. Basically bigger company underrated groups or underrated groups that are well known. I'm a much more deeper than that Nugu stan. I find new artists every time, because I'm subbed to different music distribution channels, and I know even more underrated groups male and female, more than most people do, and I share all these artists and songs on my channel. So I'm not a typical Nugu stan, I'm much more Nugu than you think. But I also stan bigger groups, and listen to plenty of bigger groups. So I was on Subin Aesthetics video, where they talked about K-tube video trends, and the bad things about these trends, and there was this comment which wasn't a bad one, but it was a comment that I've seen people say a lot. So basically the comment was made by Ryuber, who I asked permission from to use their comment in the video, and that I'll blur their name, but since they're okay with me using their name, and their comment, so I decided to not blur their name, and even if they didn't allow me, it would have been fine, and I could have made this video without their comment. So credits to Ryuber for letting me use their comment, and a thank you to them too. So their comment read, the trend of unstanning popular groups, and stanning Nugu groups and then saying I have taste. And after seeing this comment, I remembered how other people have said similar things like, stanning underrated groups does not make you quirky or cool, and it's true. People think that stanning underrated groups, but unstanning popular or bigger groups is something cool. Well no it's not. Y'all are terrible K-pop stans. Y'all want to feel like y'all are special in some way. Y'all are not really standing underrated groups, because you want to. Y'all are just doing it, because you wanna feel like you're different from other K-pop stans, just because you know underrated groups, and pretend to care. Let me tell you this. I know more groups than the average K-pop stan, even ones who know underrated groups, and even ones who know groups that I'd never expect people to know. I stan bigger popular groups. Jennie is my alt bias, Mamamoo, SF9 and Highlight are my alt groups and Chungha, Sean are my alt soloists, and Bolby Belgan 4 are my alt duo group. I listen to bigger, smaller and unknown artists too. I listen to artists you probably wouldn't know exist. I listen to many genres in K-pop, but that doesn't make me special. It just makes me a Korean music stan, who knows more artists than the average K-pop Korean music stan. I don't stan them to feel different. I used to be a mostly bigger group stan when I got into K-pop in 2016. I got into K-pop with Twice, and still stan them. I got into smaller, underrated groups in late 2019, only knowing a couple before that. I ended up being a full-on Nugu big company and small company underrated group stan in early 2020. When I make videos on certain topics, I take time to edit them, because I'm adding different unknown songs that nobody knows, and my videos often pass 10 minutes in terms of video length, because I wanna include every artists that I remember. I even get so happy, when an artists that I love or a song from them that I love, or a group that I love replies or hearts my comment, even if they're a smaller company group. I got happy twice, because the producer of ICU, one of my favorite smaller groups, and Maka Maka, whose debut was my alt underrated debut of 2020, commented on my videos on my mashup channel. I literally was so happy. It's in my channel's bio. I'm so happy every time I get noticed. I love Nugu artists as much as bigger artists, and you don't even know how much I love them. But y'all don't. Standing underrated groups because it's quirky or cool, is a disgrace to me and other actual Nugu stans. We don't want you. We don't need you. We cannot accept you. We stan Nugu artists, because we care. We love and appreciate them. I don't understand people who think it's quirky and cool to stan underrated groups. Like it's just stupid to me, how y'all think it's something amazing to stan underrated groups, like it makes you superior when it doesn't. It just makes you into someone annoying. If you take me as a Nugu stan, when I fell into the Nugu hole, I found so many great artists, either by accident or because I'm subbed to channels who are distributors to new Korean songs. I also find some amazing songs that I promote on my channel, or give to people, when I do forms. I try to give people songs and groups that they probably never have heard about. It's because I want people to know. Many of the people who join my forms, like the songs that I give them. My alt songs in K-pop Korean music, soloists, groups, male and female etc. are mostly by unknown artists. This should be proof enough that I just don't stan Nugu artists, because it's quirky or cool. I don't pretend like I care. People should start standing Nugu artists because they're attached to them, or maybe they want to check out new artists or more artists in K-pop Korean music. They shouldn't just stan Nugu artists to feel superior, because it's dumb that you wanna feel like royalty amongst the common people, by standing Nugu artists, and unstanning bigger popular artists, because you're not being a typical K-pop stan. I mean, come on, y'all need to stop standing Nugu artists, if y'all are not attached to them, or love them, and are just using them. In conclusion, people should just stop standing Nugu groups, artists entirely. It makes me sick seeing people stan Nugu artists, because they feel like they'll get some special award or something for standing them. Like take for example, a Nugu stan who unstans bigger groups and stans only underrated groups, as the comment says. Imagine if they meet another K-pop stan, and that K-pop stan that they met ask them, if they like BTS. The Nugu stan would be like, yes, but I unstand them and listen to Nugu artists, and the person would ask them why, and their response would be something stupid, because they're trying to make themselves come off as these special, unique people because they stan Nugu artists. LMAO, they're not special in any way. They're just entitled, because they think they'll get some special treatment or a reward or something for standing Nugu artists. And I'm pretty sure that that's the case with most people. There are people I know that want groups to actually get popularity or have a brave girls moment or something, or actually are Nugu stans too, but these so-called Nugu stans are a different breed. They're so annoying. I've never witnessed these kinds of Nugu stans personally, but as a proper Nugu stan, I can tell what they're like. Fake, entitled, and annoying are three things that I'd say to these Nugu stans, who think they're all that for standing Nugu groups, and think that they're better than other K-pop stans. Well, sorry to burst your fake Nugu bubble, but you're not better. You're just really super annoying, and I wouldn't wanna be friends with you, because you would seem like a lot to handle, and I'd just block you. And that's the truth.